Welcome parents, my name's Natasha Overy and I'm Key Stage 3 Coordinator here at Regent's International School, Bangkok. Today I want to talk to you about transition from Regent's Primary Year 6 to Regent's Secondary Year 7. So the aims of transition are to lower student anxiety and also parent anxiety. Of course, change can be nerve-wracking for anyone, but one of the benefits of us being an all-through school is that we can make the transition process as smooth as possible. So for transition throughout the year, there are events which are designed to help the Year 6s to feel at home as possible in the secondary school. So for example, we see here, there are some of the students from secondary visiting the primary classes in order to help them with a speech writing competition. Here we have one of the secondary teachers visiting the primary students in order to help them to improve their English writing skills, and this helps to get the Year 6 students used to their teachers in secondary and to understand that they're not really scary or strict like they might imagine, but actually they're quite like the teachers that they already know and feel comfortable with in Year 6. We have lots of events in secondary that Year 6 students are invited to throughout the year to help them feel more at home here. Here is Live Lounge, where our student bands are performing, and Year 6s are welcome to come and join us. Also, we have a question and answer session where the Year 7 students return to primary and answer the Year 6's questions about life in secondary. And this is really useful because, of course, the Year 7s remember what it was like when they were in Year 6, and they can make comparisons between how it is moving from primary into secondary. And this year we're going to be doing that on Padlet remotely, and that's happening right now. Year 6 teachers are collecting the questions, and soon the Year 7 students will be answering. Also, Year 6 students can come over to secondary and they can do standalone lessons. So obviously in secondary, there are lots of subjects that the students haven't studied in primary or that might be studied in a different way here in secondary. So for example, in DT, the students will be using tools and they will be making things, and it will be much more hands-on. So this is one standalone lesson to give the Year 6 students a taste of what learning is like in secondary. And probably the most important part of transition, at least from the eyes of the Year 6 students, is transition day in term 3, where they actually have the chance to come to the secondary school. They spend the whole day here. They get to meet their tutor, who is the person who will register them in the morning and will take care of their well-being. And they spend a whole day learning on the secondary timetable so they can really get an idea of what secondary life is like. So what are the basic expectations of Year 7? Well, in Year 7, we expect students to be organised. So obviously one of the big differences is that rather than having one class teacher, the students are going to be going from place to place throughout the day, and they're going to have a variety of different teachers. So we really place an emphasis on them being organised and remembering which books they need for which day and remembering to bring the correct equipment. Also, we expect students to have their device fully charged when they come to school because they'll be using it in most lessons. We expect homework to be done thoroughly and regularly. So for Year 7, that's approximately 1 hour per night, which is 3 subjects, around 20 minutes per subject. Also, just like in primary, students are expected to speak English. Secondary is an English-only campus. And finally, we also, just like in primary, expect secondary students to wear smart uniform and be good role models for the younger students. Thank you for listening.
My favourite thing about being in Year 7 is the subjects, because they are very fun and interesting to learn about.
My favourite thing is probably all the friends, because You get to play with them at break and lunch and sometimes after school, and they help you out if you need help in lessons.
My favourite subject is PE because I like to be active and I like to learn about sports.
My favourite subject is games and science. Games because we get to do a lot of active work and it tires you out for the end of the day. Science is because we get to do a lot of experiments and we keep on doing different things each term. ECAs, they're really fun and there's a lot of different types. I do like basketball and swimming. I do a lot of sports.
Outside of the classroom, I do ECAs, and there is a basketball court and a badminton court, and you can play football and table tennis. And there is a tuck shop that you can buy from. There is ECAs, and the ECAs that I do is swimming, art club, and maths challenge. My favourite is swimming because I get to learn different skills. The homework at first I thought would be really hard, but once I started it, it wasn't actually that bad. It was really easy because the teachers made sure you had enough time to do it, and then on the day you would just hand it in.
You just need to make sure you get it on time. They give you enough time to do it though.